Do you see any of the real Diana in Meghan? Did you?
No.
Really?
No. Sorry.
What began as an ordinary live television moment suddenly took an unexpected turn. Instead of predictable discussion, viewers watched as unseen images challenged a familiar public story, triggering a realization that the carefully framed narrative surrounding Meghan Markle might not be as solid as it once appeared.
It was when all the racism claims turned out to be bullshit. The mental health claims were bullshit. All of it was bullshit, designed to damage and attack the royal family, the monarchy, and all of it. And it made me...
For years, Meghan presented herself as a struggling actress, driven by humility and self-reflection. But beneath that image existed a far more exclusive social reality, one defined by elite access, private travel, and influential circles that sharply contrasted with the persona she later promoted.
Are there any fans of Meghan Markle in tonight? Oh, hang on. There is one lone hand has raised up here. Actually, that is one more than I expected, I have to be honest.
Despite claims of transparency, much of Meghan's past has been carefully edited. Online traces disappeared, friendships quietly dissolved, and timelines shifted. And now, something her image managers worked hard to keep out of view had entered the public spotlight.
And from the beginning, she denied being interested in the royal family, which she totally was. I know someone who knows the ex-husband who said she had a vision board with Prince Harry on it.
The revelation didn't emerge gently. It detonated. Without theatrics or embellishment, the images alone reframed the conversation. What followed promised to expose not just a moment, but an entire chapter that had long remained hidden.
It makes them newsworthy. So you either then ignore what people are talking about and debating and having all the silly...
The studio atmosphere shifted instantly. A routine broadcast turned tense as the images contradicted years of public messaging. With no commentary required, the presentation itself left audiences questioning whether they were witnessing journalism or something far more personal.
And she's living the life she probably wanted all along.
Yes.
A life of unparalleled luxury and riches that she got by marrying her handsome British prince. She's living back in the state that she came from.
Online reaction was immediate and explosive. The moment spread rapidly, framed not as an attack, but as a correction. And if the images were authentic, then the story the public had been told wasn't merely incomplete, it had been deliberately shaped. The photos raised uncomfortable questions. They depicted confidence and familiarity within elite environments that didn't align with the narrative of financial struggle. These weren't accidental snapshots. They suggested access, intention, and belonging in spaces known for their exclusivity.
This is what Meghan has been doing. She's a piece of Klingon, like she clings to somebody who can get her there. So Meghan manages to befriend one person of a very popular group, and then that person introduces her to the others. And because that she's being brought in by somebody they trust, she's welcomed in.
Perhaps most telling was the response, or lack of one. A legal team known for swift reactions remained silent. No rebuttal, no clarification. In a world driven by rapid narrative control, silence became its own statement.
57,000 people complained to the television regulator, Ofcom, in the UK. A world record, I'm proud to say, complained about me for not believing Princess Pinocchio. And eventually my boss had said, can you just apologise to Meghan Markle or you're going to have to, maybe lose your job? I went, I'll take the job option, thanks, I'll leave. And I walked off into the sun.
Behind the public fallout lay a fractured personal history. What began as a friendly connection ended abruptly, followed almost immediately by Meghan's entry into a far more powerful social sphere. Years later, unresolved resentment and public confrontation would collide on national television. As attention shifted, one figure repeatedly appeared in the background: Marcus Anderson. Wherever Meghan relocated, he seemed to follow. With him came access to exclusive networks, influential gatherings, and environments capable of reshaping ambition into opportunity.
He knows, and everybody all around the world that you would want to know. The very rich, the very connected. Anybody who is anybody would be in Marcus Anderson's little black book. And he's never betrayed a confidence. He's never made a slip.
As the images circulated, long-rumored stories resurfaced. Accounts of elite travel and invitation-only gatherings re-emerged, fueled by patterns that didn't match the modest lifestyle she had long described. While some claims blurred into speculation, the consistency kept questions alive.
Meghan Markle hardly spent any time at Northwestern University. According to people, she got started her yachting days and she never stopped really. I don't think any of her boyfriends knew about it, but Meghan Markle was known as a hardcore yacht partying person, ready for anything.
Unexpectedly, Prince Harry's own memoir added fuel to the discussion. His recollections portrayed a deep familiarity with exclusive spaces Meghan had previously downplayed, introducing contradictions that reignited scrutiny of her rise from relative obscurity to global prominence.
Harry, who's that standing next to the Queen? Is that a servant? That's what Harry wrote in his book Spare. How stupid is this man that he actually believes it? Or is it that he wanted to believe it?
Once again, Meghan chose silence. For a figure known for forceful narrative control, the absence of response became the loudest signal of all. Speculation rushed in to fill the void, magnifying every unanswered question.
She'd been a Deal or No Deal girl. She was calling herself a model, and she was starring in a show Suits. She used to charge almost $30,000 per trip, which is why she was making good money. It wasn't on Suits, it was on her yachting trip.
As scrutiny deepened, a familiar pattern emerged. Reinvention. Careers reframed. Relationships erased. Entire chapters quietly removed. Each new version replaced the last, but fragments remained, especially from an era that never quite fit the story she continued to sell. In the end, the past wasn't resurfacing because of obsession. It lingered because it was never fully resolved. Each omission invited deeper curiosity. And as long as silence replaces clarity, the conversation will only continue to grow louder. The reveal may have opened the door, but it's the patterns behind it that keep audiences watching. Shifting stories, erased connections, and blurred timelines now define the question at the center of it all. What else remains unseen?